Hello, welcome to Footy Corner TV, and this is We're the North Bank podcast. I'm just going to change that because it's a bit not fair, but there we go. Been a bit of a week. I'm just putting a tweet out as well, so just doing that as well.
Sure.
But how are we doing, SJ?
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. Like I said, it's been a bit of a week, but you can't dwell. The season's not over. We continue forward. We're going to get into that today, obviously.
Yeah,
But yeah, otherwise, personal life been all right. How about yourself?
yeah, pretty good. I am doing some home renovations and doing some other bits and pieces, but yeah, as you say, I really can't complain on that score. But the footballing week could have been better from a point of view of the cup final. Obviously, we lost the cup final. I
Yeah,
saw you there as well.
yeah,
Um, it was a good day meeting people that I haven't seen for a long while, and that's kind of when the fun stopped. Really, well, like half time, I guess it was all right the first half, I think. But half time it was after half time it was not the greatest showing we've ever seen, is it?
no, no. Kind of capitulated, fell off a cliff, essentially. Um, well, like I said, it's an isolated game, in my opinion. And yeah, we'll pick ourselves up and going forward. We'll hopefully bounce back. But yeah, it was the same for me as actually. I just bumped into so many people because we got there pretty early. As in, I didn't want to. You do the pub and you don't want to get there too late because I think they said there's gonna be lots of security checks. You don't want to get caught in
Yeah,
that. And
it
so
actually
we
wasn't
got
as bad as I thought it was going to be, to be
yeah,
honest.
exactly, yeah. So you thought you take caution and get
Yeah,
there early. You don't want to get caught in a rush essentially as well, you know. But yeah, I just walking down Wembley Way, I'm like, oh, just
yeah.
you
Well,
just see the people.
most of mine was actually in the ground, so
Yeah,
it was a bit weird.
yeah,
But yeah, I did meet people in the bars and stuff that I haven't seen for ages, so it was
yeah.
quite nice to see
That's
people.
good. I agree, it was good. So now everyone
But
seems
yeah,
to congregate around like blocks 111 to 113. That's where people that I recognise were around.
yeah, we were around that kind of
Yeah,
vicinity, but yeah, the drink purchasing situation was a bit weird and all that nonsense. It was a bit like yeah, it was like a bit of a cattle market
yeah.
trying to actually get beer and stuff like that. It was just a bit odd, and we had to pick tickets up before the game as well, which wasn't
Oh,
great. But yeah, yeah, some randomness going on. I don't. Normally if you've picked tickets up before, you've kind of checked off a checklist and you're fine. But that didn't seem to be the case, so it's a bit rubbish.
yeah, I picked up tickets. We obviously Leverkusen was full collections, so I picked up tickets there. It was pretty straightforward. You just pick up and tick, and you left. Yeah,
But that was it's Wembley. That doesn't work with Wembley. It has to be a bit more dramatic.
yeah, yeah.
Like sending in an email out to say you must have a passport with you when you don't need your passport at all.
Oh,
Yeah, so we were walking around the whole day with our passports in our pockets and going, mustn't forget this because that's got the passport in it. But yeah, and then we got to the counter and they said, oh yeah, the driving license is done.
oh.
So it's like I always carry my driving license. It's not a problem at all. But yeah, I was all right. My mate was getting a bit het up and stuff, and I was just like, well, look, just calm down because they'll just look for any excuse at times, to be
Yeah,
honest. But into the game then. I mean, obviously the first half, I thought we'd give as good as we got, and like second half, Pep came with a different game plan altogether and kind of stifled us, and we just didn't adapt to it, did we?
no, I mean, even before that, what did you think of the lineup? Because obviously before the game we had the
Yeah, the
Ezra, and,
bombshell.
yeah, the old Ezra and I think Timber. I thought he wasn't going to make it, but the Ezra one kind of crept upon us. Um,
Yeah,
what,
I
what, did you,
mean,
what, did you, what did you think about that initially?
Yeah, well, there was a press conference, wasn't there, that basically said, you know, nobody's injured and blah blah, and then all of a sudden, Eze's out, Timber was out, Odegaard didn't make it back, even though they said he would be back. And yeah, I guess it was just a bit of mind games that are going on as usual. But yeah, I mean, I kind of like the defensive things. Obviously, midfield is what midfield is. And I think for the most part, I think it kind of worked going forward. I mean, it wasn't, you know, we weren't peppering them or anything, and they weren't peppering us. I think it was a bit tit for tat for the first half.
Yeah, I mean, I was a bit just in terms of lineup. I was annoyed that Jokeris started. I thought Kai Havertz should have started. I think that I know they've played together before early the season twice. I think Kai and Leeds, but I saw them more as like a 1-2 punches and one started, the other come off the bench just to finish off the defense. When they both started, it kind of for me limited our options off the bench. We had obviously Havertz, Eze missing, Odegaard, Marino, all these attacking players missing. So I would have started Havertz up top and then maybe move Saka into the middle, Noni on the right. But I think Noni was injured as well. He hurt his wrist. So, I mean, for a final, we were stretched in terms of injuries. I think I haven't seen anyone use it as an excuse, but it is, you know, I mean,
No, it wasn't. It certainly wasn't the first choice lineup, but I think it was. We all looked on paper and we all thought, you know, that's going to be good enough, and you know,
I agree.
Good enough to compete. And to be honest with you, that's kind of what I wanted to see anyway with Jokeris and Havertz together. But I just don't think we utilised them very well. To be honest, I don't think there was the distribution to them. I don't think we played to our strengths in either half, to be honest with you. I think we mustered through the first half. And then, yeah, they kind of stifled us with the four up front, and nobody adapted to it. And I don't know about you, but I mean, from that kind of position, everybody was blaming Kepa, which to some instance I agree, but not to every instance, because once you get to half time in a final, the manager's job's done. It's on you. It's on the players now to basically, you know, take whatever input they've had and do something to change the game.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think after 20, 25 minutes, half an hour, you could see how City was setting up.
Yeah,
it was obvious they had that line of four across the middle, and we just kept. We were persistent. It was like a stubbornness to want to play a certain way, playing through the lines, and it just wasn't. When something's not presented itself, you just have to take it upon yourself and think, okay, it's not working. We can't go through it. Let's go over it. And when you got someone like Havertz, who I think he's pretty decent in the air, Havertz. I think he's shown games previously that he can dominate in the air. And I mean, to be fair, they were missing Diaz. Gay wasn't allowed to play. So you thought they had like a makeshift defense, and I thought that's where we'd actually utilize and maybe dominate the game in that aspect, and it just didn't come to fruition. But I think Havertz is actually taller in their defense. Obviously, centre backs obviously better in the air, but he can be a nuisance up there. And I thought if you're playing Jokeris and Havertz, they should play more like a two, play off each other. Yeah. Like what kept happening was we're dropping deep to try and play the ball out. Havertz is dropping further as well to try and get involved in.
There was too big a gap, wasn't there? Really,
we're getting caught on the board and we knock it long. Havertz is too far away from Jokeris. Jokeris didn't win any duels.
Yeah.
We didn't win the seconds because we're too far deep away from the ball getting kicked long, and it was just on repeat. So it was weird because obviously we're sat behind the goal. We can see it happening. It's like we can see it happening. The players on the pitch and the management. Yeah, how can you not see that? Because it was. It was rinse repeat. I mean, how many times did Gabriel boot that ball down the line to no one? It seemed like a common theme in that first half.
Yeah, it didn't seem to happen because everybody was taking up positions in the middle of the park, and there was actually nothing wide at all. And then, like you say, it was just getting more mulled into midfield
Yep.
and nothing out happening down the flanks, which are, we've got players that are quick down the wings.
Yeah.
So I didn't really understand why nobody's going wide. Why don't they just stretch the play? So that was a bit weird for me. Obviously got Ben White on there, but Ben White was coming kind of inside to take the ball forwards as well, and it was a bit weird. And obviously everybody's slagging off Kepa, basically saying he's holding on to the ball too long. He's not doing any different really to what Raya does, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, short of moving the ball side to side about a foot, there's not really much else he does, but he's just more decisive at whatever he does. And he does it more quickly so that it doesn't give that four the time to get set. Or he kind of goads it a little bit, doesn't he? So that they literally start going at him. But
well, I think that's key what you said. Like, once if we've taken too long and they've got set, then it's gone. That moment's gone. That move, that ability to play out wide quickly.
Yes, you do something else.
Gone. So we have to do something else. We knock it long and play in their half. And I think that's what we didn't do enough, was play in their half. We just, like I said, we were just persistent and stubborn to try and play a certain way, and it wasn't working. And in the second half,
it just got worse, didn't it? It just got worse as the game went on.
It was getting gradually worse. It was just. I don't know how you felt where you was, but you just felt a goal was coming.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that's the front, their front four just kept creeping a bit further forwards, and it just dominated really. But again, for me as a player in there, I want to be seeing somebody come back through the line.
Yeah.
So that they can play through the line, even if you're there as a decoy, if you like. I don't really care. I mean,
okay, who do you think on our team? Who do you think that's on to do that role? Who would you say?
Mendy.
I agree.
I'm not slating Zubimendi though, because I've seen a lot of that, and I've seen a lot of this blame game thing. Right, it is on Zubimendi, right? But I would also say that Rice is the captain without the armband. Did Saka had the armband, did he?
Yeah, Saka was captain. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Right. So it's on those two. If he's not doing it, to tell him to do it. Right. So they're the guys on the pitch.
We're talking about a winner here. He's a winner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm not saying he shouldn't be doing it on his own accord. I'm not disputing that. But what I'm saying is that yes, he should do it, but there's 11 guys on the field.
Okay, yeah.
So everybody can see the football the same way and just go, right, okay, yeah, you need to drop in there. White, you need to stay wide. And when he drops in there, he's going to play the ball to you, and you're going to play it down the line. Because that's what he needed.
But do you think it was like a coaching thing that he was the reason why he didn't do it? Do you think he wanted to do it, but he was told not to?
I can't see it being coached out of him.
Same, agree.
I think that has to be a player issue.
Agree.
I agree. The thing is that Arteta's always on the side, and I get sick of this, right? Because everybody says, "Oh, it's the manager. He's too negative, and it's all this, and it's this, that, and the other." They get bollockings when they lose the ball, right? That is a fact. That is a cast iron fact, right? So they don't want to lose the ball. So it's them that are being too conservative because they don't want the rollicking, because they're losing the ball, right? That's not coaching out. That he stood on the touchline going, "You need to get forwards. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to do the other," and they're just not doing it for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say, it's clear to me Arteta's critiqued differently to many managers. You'd think that he's sitting there with a PlayStation controller in his hand, just dropping people deep or not passing, not telling people to shoot. And I think
but physically telling them not to shoot. This is what we hear.
Yeah, I know.
This is what we're hearing.
It's
all
crazy.
This nonsense that he drills it out of them. Like I said, all he can do when he's not on the field of play, especially after half time, when all his team talk's done, it's on the players. The players are on the field. He can't tell you not to do it when you're on the field, because, I mean, what's the worst he's going to do? Go, don't do that.
Yeah.
Or he might sub you off. But I'm sorry, who are you subbing on? At that stage, who are you subbing? There's nobody to come on. So all this nonsense where, it's all on the manager and the manager coaches it out and this, that, and the other, I don't buy it.
No, I agree.
He has a conservative game plan. That is undisputed. I've got no problem with that. But like I said, once it gets past that 45 minutes and you're on the field, what's he going to do? Say, I'm going to drop you for the next game. Well, all right. Who are you putting on? He's not going to drop you, is he? No. If you go forwards and you show the mindset to come and affect play, to positively affect play, and you go and win the game because of it, well, he's not going to bloody not play you, is he?
No. I mean, before we get into moments and players, do you think that we were overwhelmed by the occasion? Because there was a lot of pressure. There was a lot of pressure going to this game. It was been a trophy for X amount of years. These players haven't won nothing. City have been there. Did you think the occasion got to the players, and that's why we put on? I
think they're froze a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, agree.
I do think they're froze, and hopefully that's out of the way.
That's the key point. I think it's good that we got it out of the way with this cup during the season. Of the four, it's the least rated. I mean, I rate all.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I wanted to win it. I mean,
I rate all the trophies, but
I wanted to win it. But and I wasn't one of these people. I know I had a title that said quad on, but it's just a title, at the end of the day, and it's a question that we're going to have in for content. I didn't think that we were going to get a quad. I wasn't arrogant enough to think, the season's a failure unless we win a quad, because that is absolute nonsense.
I mean, there's been better teams than us that have never done the quad. So
well, absolutely, yeah.
Us not doing the quad there's no shame in that. I mean, it's
absolutely. So
I say it's impossible, but it's damn near impossible. I mean, I've seen
and to be honest, I don't care about the quad. I care about one of the big ones.
Yeah.
I would have liked to added a League Cup. That's undisputed. I would still like to add another FA Cup, but I want to win one of the big ones as a priority. I'd love to win them both. Don't know if that's going to happen. I've said for a long time, probably since halfway through the season, probably after 19 games, I just gone, one game at a time. That's literally what I've said the whole way through. And I know it's boring, and I know that people say, "Oh, you got no chest and whatever," but we haven't done it for 21 years. So all these people have got the chest. Oh, we've got the best team in the world. We're going to win everything. I don't buy into that. I just don't know how you can have that such confidence about it. To be honest with you, for a start, we haven't stayed competing in 4 competitions. Well, ever.
Yeah, I mean, we
had Wenger winning into it.
Well, it's difficult. There's so many games on the calendar, just even domestically. Then when you add in the international one, because obviously we are a team of internationals. We've got players flying to South America, to Africa, at 3 times a year. You've got September, October, November. They come back in March. So it's a difficult thing. There's a reason why it hasn't been done. I mean, all these other countries, they dropped their second domestic trophy. We're probably one of the few unique countries in the.
Do you think it should be dropped?
No, I just think I like it. I love the domestic kind of way it's set up already.
Do you think that certain teams shouldn't play in it? Do you think if like you qualify for Europe, you shouldn't play in it?
No, I think you should, because we've seen this season. We've had the likes of Christian Norgard, Mosquera, Hincapié. These are games they've relished, because look, it's difficult to find these players minutes if we're taking games away from them. We've got a squad of 25, 26, whatever it is, 27. We've sent out the likes of even Waneri on loan because we can't get enough game time. So I don't think we should get rid of this calendar. I think, like we've done this season, we've played those teams. When the players that we've played throughout the tournament so far, then when it gets to the business end, we bring in the top boys, And I think that's how it will be. That's how it should be, shall I say? If we do get rid of one or two cups, then I think, like I said, you might see players not playing. Essentially, just pick up a pay packet on the bench, because where would Norgard have played this season without those games or a couple of dead rubbers in the Champions League?
Well, he still played FA Cup, didn't he? He still played FA Cup. He still played two Champions League, three Champions League games.
Yeah,
and he played two centre back roles, didn't he, in the league?
Yeah, he played Club Brugge centre back. I think he played Portsmouth centre back.
Yeah.
I don't think he's played centre back in the league. No, I don't think he's played centre back.
Did he not?
No.
I seem to remember he did.
But I like the trophy. I like it as it is. If you don't want to,
win it, get yourself knocked out.
There you go.
Yeah. So, If you're not cut out for it, get yourself knocked out of it. But do it early on.
Was it Newcastle? Who won it last year? Yeah, Newcastle. I mean, they
celebrated Newcastle and Palace, wasn't it? So Newcastle won
that was like they won Champions League. Like Newcastle celebrated like it was literally Champions League.
Yeah, but I mean, they hadn't won anything for 40 odd years or something.
Well, that's it. And these competitions give them an opportunity to do so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
no, but I'm not saying that everybody should come out of it. I'm just saying that maybe if you're in European competition. For example, you've already got the extra games. Maybe you don't play in the League Cup.
I don't know. But I mean, obviously, we see that the big teams generally make it to the final. I mean, last year was Newcastle.
Yeah, but they didn't used to, because like the likes of Wenger,
they used to play the kids. Yeah, they literally used to play the kids.
New competition, and the only reason that it became with the competition it is now
the Jose's and the Peps.
The Jose's, the Peps, because they had such deep pockets that they had to use their squad to play the big players, and it only actually came through. And the reason that Arsenal basically, for part of the reason, I will caveat, not the entire reason, but part of the reason is because they never had the squad, and they played the kids, didn't they? But there we go. Khalid says, "Evening, guys. Evening, Khalid. How are we, sir?"
Evening, Khalid.
Why were so many people getting on to Arteta? I don't blame him for much. Just changes could have been a bit earlier. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. But then maybe he could have adapted the system. But again, I think it's on the players at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think, SJ.
You know what? It sounds silly, but I genuinely think he had loads of game plans, loads of game scenarios, and I don't think at any point he thought we'd 2-0 down. I didn't think we'd be 2-0 down at any point. If you said to me we'd be 2-0 down in this game, I thought, no. We got caught with two sucker punches back to back.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I got home and I realized they were 4 minutes apart. For me, I thought they were 15 minutes apart. But
they were virtually, it was quick fire,
back to back, I didn't even know that in the stadium. Obviously, I was there, but I just
didn't realize at the time.
And obviously, when the second one comes, you can't react to the first one. So it's just the game's gone by then. Do you know what
I mean? I'm a big believer in when a goal goes in, you kind of hold on to it for 5 minutes, just to kind of let things kind of regroup. But I don't think we regrouped. We basically grouped in the second half at all anyway, to be honest with you. I think we're a bit all over the place that second half. Completely, and I don't really know why, but just never seemed to kind of.
I mean, Arteta's only human. I know he's a top manager, they do all this psychological, but when that first goal goes in and he sees that it's Kepa's mistake, you can think about the headlines, everything goes through your head. Run, you know what I mean? It could just take you off your game a little bit. It shouldn't.
Yeah, but you're not taking a keeper off that
No.
scenario. I don't think it was all his doing. It was it wasn't great, obviously. But the problem is as well when you don't get game time all the time, you're not in the full swing of things either, and that's not giving an excuse. That's just fact. Goalkeepers play on kind of repetitive movements, and
who would you have started? Sorry, who would you have started?
I would have started Raya all day long.
Yeah.
But I knew he'd start Kepa.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Because that's who he is. But I mean, I think, and actually, I think it was Marty from AFTV, and I don't agree with everybody that goes on AFTV before anybody rattles off and kind of gives me kind of daggers for it. But Marty said basically, he's gone. Well, your sentiment is with your keeper. But what about all those fans that have bought tickets in the stadium? Surely you owe it to them as well. So, as much as Kepa's a number 2 keeper, he's well paid, and all right, he got us to that position. To be honest with you, we had this with Szczesny and Fabianski. I think it was in the FA Cup. The year that Fabianski left, he did the cup run, didn't he?
He did,
he played him in the final.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have. I'd have gone, off your pop, mate. But, it's obviously not just him that thinks that way. So maybe.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, you want to give, if you play your best keeper, you give yourself the best chance of winning the game. But I think it's difficult. I think it's a difficult thing to do there when you have, because the keeper, obviously, you don't get much game time. It's not a rotational position like a right back or a left back across the 50 games like Kepa's got so far is the cup games, and he's got us this far. He's not a Setford, or no disrespect to Setford, but he's an established keeper. I think he's still the most expensive keeper in the world. Doesn't mean he's the best, but he's a competent keeper. So we're not putting chopped liver in the goal. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of it right now. I think it's obviously it's hindsight. It's because it's happened. Had we won that game and nothing happened, I don't think it wouldn't have been an issue. It's a non-issue.
No, absolutely, it's a non-event, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a shame. It's just a shame that it came from Kepa. The first goal.
Play into the narrative. Because obviously they're going to be caused, but yeah, I mean, I still don't blame him that much because purely because our attackers didn't really do that much. We're not even our attackers, but from build-up, we did nothing really.
Yeah,
certainly that second half, and as much as the goal annoyed me, which it would annoy anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I hold him totally responsible. But yeah. Khalid says, so you rarely see cup keepers get benched for the final. I don't blame Arteta for starting Kepa. I don't blame him. I do agree with certain points of view that say, just start with your best keeper. But I think we all knew he was never going to do that.
Yeah.
So,
it'd be interesting to know what the players thought. Who would they have started? Because they see these 2 keepers every day. It doesn't take too much. It takes a little bit sometimes just to sway a group. If Kepa's been promised or been told the keeper, you take him out. One bad apple can ruin the bunch so quickly. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he only has to go around the changing room basically going, I was promised, and
that's it.
All the promises now that the other players, whatever they've been promised at any point, do they believe that promise that they've been given?
That's it, that's...
So, yeah, maybe he just has to stick with it for that. Maybe he's just that guy, that... And he's not the only one. I don't think he's the only one. Pep played Trafford. I mean, we didn't really test Trafford in the second half. I think
No.
we had a couple of decent opportunities against him in the first.
Yeah, I mean the first 5 minutes, Havertz, and then
Yeah,
the follow-ups, and after that we didn't test him up until we hit the
yeah,
crossbar, and Calafiore shot across the keeper, and Jesus hit the crossbar from a header.
yeah. Calafiore is a bit weird as well for me, to be honest, because he had a couple of moments where he was put, or he was about to be put through, and he kind of stepped back, almost like he didn't want to run through, and then. Yeah, and then he got that chance, and I was like, that's a bit weird for him. Normally, he's that, loose cannon maverick kind of guy, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, I don't know what, I don't know what to do at this point." So, yeah,
I think players like Calafiore are the type of players that help you beat a Man City. Because if you set up like a two banks, they want to see that. Their player, they expect that. Like Calafiore, when he came on, he was a breath of fresh. They didn't know what to do with him. He was everywhere. He was just popping up in
yeah.
places. Even Jesus, to a certain extent, I don't know where he came. I don't know what he was playing. He was dropping deep, picking up the ball out wide.
No, I still don't know where he was playing, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
no idea what he was doing. I mean, it reminds me of that those few games when he was coming back to a decent level.
Yeah.
When Havertz and himself were like together and they were doing that, they were kind of almost switching positions. And yeah, I still don't understand it, to be honest, but it seemed to work.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, I'm done with Jesus, to be honest. I think he's got to go at the end of the season. For me, I don't know about you.
I think he will. How many years has he got left?
2. I think he's got 18 months now.
That's the problem. Though. He's well paid. Who's going to pick up that kind of salary? That's the issue we've got with the likes of Jesus. If you want to put Kai Havertz in there.
Yeah, but the thing is that obviously, this is why the payments as such are a little bit less and whatever, isn't it? That you're going to attract kind of. I still reckon you can get 15, 20 million quid for him.
Yeah, I think you could, but it's just who's picking up his. He's not going to take a wage cut, is he? I mean, none of these players in this modern day and age take a pay cut.
Well,
I mean, during COVID,
invariably that's why they go for nothing, isn't it? Because
that's it.
They're on good wages, and they're not taking a pay cut to go anywhere else, and unless they're going Saudi, or MLS, not quite so much now, but the odd player for the MLS, it works, isn't it? But
he's 28. He's 29 next week.
But yeah, I think he's another Sterling. He's kind of reached that. He's had those 2 really big injuries, and it's kind of done him, to be honest.
And also, do you not think the Saudi thing's kind of died down a little bit?
I don't know if it's died down. I mean, or whether they're just taking less people from England because other leagues are kind of getting rid of quality players. I mean, obviously Benzema's just gone there, and last year, was it last year before?
I think a couple year before. Yeah, he's been there.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe the quality from the Premier League isn't as big, so it isn't as good. So they don't necessarily want anybody right now.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, obviously, we've heard rumours now that the Berta has been tasked with making money out of the squad that we have to bring in replacements.
Yeah.
Where do you see the cuts happening, and is there anybody in particular that do you think might be coming in? Anybody you'd like to see? Anybody that's the rumours have kind of pricked your ears up, I guess.
Yeah, do you know what's weird? Like, obviously last year we made what 7, 8 subs. I mean, signings, sorry. And I feel like this summer we need to make another set of wholesale purchases. I think one of Trossard and Martinelli will leave. I just don't think that left side need improving for a couple of years now. I mean, credit to them both. I think they've had their moments this season.
They're both subs, though, aren't they? Really?
Yeah. I mean, they're both. Well, up until
they both can impact from the bench.
Yeah,
but you don't really want to be starting either of them, to be honest with you.
They've had their moments. Martinelli in Champions League, his little scoring his little records. And Trossard's popped up with goals away, Sunderland away. So they've contributed, but they're not taking us to another level. I think we need to upgrade on Gyökeres. I know he just come to the club, but I mean, can you get another striker this summer? Will we get any money for Jesus? He needs to move on, in my opinion. I mean, I've seen
do you not replace Jesus as a floating number 9 or whatever it is, shadow striker, blah, whatever, and hope that solves the striker problem?
As in,
so there's been a lot of noise about Alvarez, right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
And so Alvarez would essentially be a direct replacement for Jesus.
Yeah, complete upgrade. Yeah, I'll take that.
And I believe he plays off the left as well, so he's done both roles.
Yeah, if Alvarez came in, he'd be our starting striker for me. Yeah, he's better than Gyökeres. I'll take him over Gyökeres, Havertz. If Alvarez
look, I'm not thinking right, but I don't agree with you saying wholesale changes. I know we definitely need to add. We definitely need to get rid of some players, but I don't think it's wholesale. I'm looking for players that are kind of going to get the best out of the players that we have, because I think we build on the squad that we have, but raise the level of those players rather than a like for like Jesus, a step up from Jesus, a left wing, a step up. And that way, if you instill a couple of players that basically are above the level, and I've said this for a while now, where you just need a marquee signing or two, that basically the rest of the squad can try and chase. You know what I mean? So
what position are those marquee players? What position?
Well, so you got a left winger, right?
Yeah, sure, definitely. That's 100%. Yeah,
absolutely got to be a left winger. I think it's got to be a support striker or a 10. Right?
Okay.
So either a shadow striker or another number 10.
But then are we not blessed with like Eze, Odegaard in that position?
I don't think Eze is a 10 though, is he?
Yeah, I mean, that's what
for me he's more an 8.
Yeah, okay. But yeah. Well, we don't really play a 10 as such. I
know we don't play a 10, but that's what I'm saying. That's the option we should have, because we have a lot of 8 options.
Okay. Yeah.
And not a lot of 10 options. I think we should go back to the old style 10, or use that 10 as a shadow striker.
Yeah,
I mean, it's got to be somebody physical like Havertz is.
You think they need to be someone physical?
Yeah.
I think we need to go back to more technical players, a bit of blend of.
I don't think so at all. The thing is that everybody set up, all the lesser teams, right? We're going to use that derogatory term. I don't mean it like to sound really condescending or anything like that, but we're going to use it anyway because it's the term that everybody understands, right? But they're all playing physical. They've all got physical players that are fast. So they've got physical players and then a couple that are fast to run off them. And I think we missed that.
Yeah. I think we need fast play. I think we need ball carriers. I think we need we definitely need ball carriers, but I know what you mean about the physical and fast, but I still think we need technical players that are not scared to get on the ball and get the ball in small pockets and play properly. Because I think we still play with a lot of fear in terms of getting on the ball, which I think showed a lot yesterday in that final.
Yeah, but we didn't have an Eze, we didn't have an Odegaard,
Yeah,
we didn't have anybody to play through really, because Zubimendi wasn't doing it, was he?
no.
Rice is carrying the ball. He doesn't play through balls as such. He's going to pick up the ball and run. So
if we sold Jesus, who else needs
I
to
tell
be
you who
sold?
we miss a lot, and we miss Marino so much, you know.
I know.
Because he'd have gelled all that together yesterday, Sunday.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's the profile. That's the profile.
Yeah, I mean, I've missed Marino. I mean, I wasn't his fan. I wasn't one of his biggest fans, but then he grew on me. His performances got better, and I think once he became more comfortable in the team, his quality showed. You know, I mean, obviously he got thrown up front as a makeshift striker, but he played that role well. I've always said that he's one of my most intelligent players. Marino.
Yeah, and I'm not saying we needed him as a makeshift striker because we got people that were in that position. But if you got Marino, you don't need to play Havertz in that position.
Oh yeah.
You can play Marino in that position. And I know everybody go 3 DMs and all this lot. They're not playing as DMs. It's absolute nonsense. If you want to see three DMs, don't ever chat to me about Emery again, because we can go back to when 3 DMs actually happened. Like against Watford and Sheffield United, and so these people that basically slag off the 3 DM setup and then go, oh, we Emery would have won it by now. Yeah, of course he would. Yeah, he's proven that, hasn't he? But yeah, and that's not a slight on Emery, but he just wouldn't do it because he wasn't suited to the club. He wasn't suited to the plan. And I would even argue that the fact that we actually let him go made him better, because he had to reevaluate how he kind of did things.
Yeah, agree.
So, but yeah.
I mean, do you have a player in mind who fits your profile? Because you said like big and fast. Who?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I was asking you.
yeah. I mean, with someone like us, obviously not on the market anymore. Someone like a Semenyo, would that bit fit your profile before you?
I don't think he can play in the middle, though, can he?
Yeah.
I want somebody that can play in the middle.
Oh, okay. You want someone in the middle who's big and fast. Okay. Oh. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's not our job to identify that, but that's what we need. I agree.
I think that's the profile that we need. But I think it's a Marino kind of profile, but with speed.
Yeah.
It just needs somebody with, because I don't think, even with Odegaard back.
Do you think a Morgan Rogers fits that?
Rogers, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not physically, strong.
No, I think he can handle himself. I think he's.
I know he can handle himself.
Yeah,
he's just not a unit. But yeah, yeah, Rogers plays in the 10 as well, doesn't he? So
yeah.
And he can play on the wing. I mean, he doesn't like playing on the wing, I don't think. But it's yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you were going to say that, then yeah, I'd probably be okay with Rodgers, but then you're looking at what, 80 million, 90 million for him.
Yeah, that's
if you're looking at Alvarez as well, you're probably looking at about the same.
Well, I mean, it comes to that question again. How much money do we have? Do we have to balance the books? I mean, last season we spent a lot. Last summer we spent a lot of money, bought a lot of players in.
Was it 240 we spent in the end?
Yeah, it was quite. It was.
When you think about it, that's not a mass amount. When you think the money we brought in from Champions League football, and we're going to get it again, obviously.
Yeah.
A decent run in Champions League, so we got the money and prize money. hopefully we're now kind of going through a period where it's, we want to try and win something to put coffers in the bank rather than float around and just kind of meander like Wenger suffered when we decided to move to Emirates. So yeah, hopefully that's kind of the game plan, is actually to try and win something rather than.
Well, it's down to Berta. This is meant to be. This is his creme de la creme. His.
Well, yes, it is, but it's also about, I know that they don't necessarily want to put. They don't want to put their hands in their pockets as such,
Yeah.
and they don't want to. But equally, they don't take loads of money out of the club, do they?
No.
So it's kind of a self-sustaining model. So long as the club makes it, the club can spend it, surely.
You'd hope so. I mean, another report from Hand of Arsenal. We're talking about Ben White possibly leaving the club, which is surprising. That's surprising to me.
I don't think it is surprising though. He's going down the road of Tomiyasu, isn't he?
Yeah.
Where he's not necessarily fit all the time, and I just don't think that they want to go through that momentum again of just watching people leave on crutches for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, if he's to go out, Livermento might come in possibly. Obviously, we've got Mosquera in the squad currently, who's deputised. I think very well. I think Mosquera's had a very good debut season, no matter where he plays, centre back or right back. I think he showed him very well at his age. So we've got backup there.
But if you're talking Livermento, you're talking 50, 60 million quid.
That's it.
You're selling somebody for 25, max, I would have thought, and you're going to get somebody for 60.
Mm-hmm.
So you're already 35 down. Say you got Alvarez 90 million. I mean, and then another profile on the left wing for 90 million. Yeah. Is that it? Is that all the money then?
I don't know. I don't know what we've got to spend, but it's gonna be a big summer again. Hopefully I think we're gonna go win the league and make the right choice in the summer market. But again, even this summer, we've got to factor in the World Cup. It's going to be difficult to get deals done. Players away in America.
That's why they need to be doing them. Kind of setting them up now, isn't it? I mean, all the noises are that Alvarez is done, but it's never done, is it? Never done until it's done. So, Hyper says, "Big up. How are you, mate? Nice to see you. Guys, if you are in here, please make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe and sharing the live out as well, please. We'll do the next stream. We'll put it out to SJ's channel as well. We'll get that set up so he gets it out there as well. And but yeah, make sure you're liking, subscribing. Cat fur in my face, lovely.
Okay, I've got the same issue.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. It's just like doing something down there that's with a scratching post, and it's all these fur flies everywhere. But there we go.
Just circling back. Sorry, just circling back to the Carabao Cup defeat.
Yeah.
How do you think this is going to affect us, the players going forward? Obviously, we've got FA Cup next. We've got no league game until.
Yes, we got FA Cup, and then we got the Sporting game away, haven't we?
Oh, sugar, yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
So the first one's Southampton away, and then we've got Sporting away, and then we've got Bournemouth at home. So and then we got Sporting at home, haven't we?
Yes, Sporting.
And then City away, yeah.
City away, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see any kind of major ramifications, to be honest. I certainly hope not.
You'd expect a response against Southampton, right? Look.
I don't know. I want the response to come against Bournemouth.
Yeah,
I appreciate it might be a couple of games away,
it
but
is. Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah,
I want the response to come then. I want a decent size win. So like a Leeds style win.
but you don't think obviously we know in previous years we've been at this point we've been knocked out of trophies within
Yeah,
weeks and
but
days of
I
each
think
other.
it's slightly different. I think it's slightly different. I think that it's I think they almost took the league for granted a little bit and let some of the pressure come off. And then when they got to the final, I think the pressure hit them of the final. But hopefully that's out of the system now.
You
That's my hope. I mean, I have nothing other than that. That's
it's just a thought that obviously we lost the cup final. I mean, touch wood, we don't go to Southampton. If we get knocked out of that cup, then follow that up with a draw or a loss against Sporting in the Champions League. It just could breed bad habits and maybe just put a bit of doubt in the players' heads. Obviously, they're separate.
Sure, but I also think that I think we've come back from negative performances quite quickly during the season, and all right, we haven't lit it up. You know, we haven't gone there and delivered crushing wins or anything like that. But I just think that they've been solid performances, and I think the pace that we're playing throughout the season, I don't think it's by accident.
But don't you think that showed in the cup final? 'Cause in the cup final, I don't think we couldn't press them. We literally couldn't get near them. We just
I just think that there was no quality in the middle, or there was no activity in the middle, and I think that we missed an Eze or an Odegaard in that role to instigate that kind of pressing.
Yeah, it's just as a professional, as a bare minimum, as a professional, you could literally try and just press the ball at least. You know, it wasn't.
I agree. I agree.
But they weren't spraying the ball about in between us.
But do you not think that they just tried to play it the way that they played against Chelsea?
Yeah.
And kind of wanted to respond to something that was going to happen, and it happened, and they didn't respond to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, I think this season we haven't.
Boring AFC's got a comment here, just what on the topic you're talking about. So welcome in, Boring guys. If you're in here, please make sure you're hitting like and subscribe. We also have to give flowers to Pep. He outsmarted Arteta. Also, you are used to coming up against a low block. Pep did a high press, close the channels, and put the pressure on the defence and Kepa.
I mean, well, this is going back to what we're saying. I think we played something that we haven't seen much this season, and when that happens, you have to have a plan B or a different approach to the game. You know, if you can't go through it, go over it. Tell everyone to get 20 yards. Literally, just push the defense up. Just say, everyone get up, Kepa, knock it long. We win the seconds in their half. I mean, he's a professional. How far can keepers kick the ball as far as possible? You know what I mean? 70, 80 yards into their half, and we play in their half. The further it is away from our goal, the less chance they have scoring. And
I don't know why we didn't play to the send it out of touch. Just play a rugby clearance. If you're going to do that, just do that and get it up the field,
and then reset
and reset. Yeah, exactly. It meant we ended up playing useless balls over the top, Pep bypass the midfield. Yes, but the balls over the top weren't frequent enough and they weren't going anywhere. But the thing is that if you keep playing the same way, then you're going to get the same result, aren't you? If you're not trying to make space for the ball over the top, then the ball over the top is going to be useless. And if that's a scenario, then kick it out of touch. Let it go all the way. Let go all the way and have a throw in on their touchline and see what you can create from there. There's no point just standing on the ball waiting for them to do something when they're stood there doing nothing. Because he said previously he's done a high press. Well, he didn't really do a high press. He did a high line. He didn't do a high press. There was no real pressure on the ball. And that's why it worked for him because he didn't press. They literally just commanded zonal space.
And
didn't move.
Yeah, it wasn't pressing. They wasn't putting us under pressure. Kepa literally had time to make a cup of tea.
He could have stood on the ball for 15 minutes and they still weren't coming. That was the problem. Because they just went, well, it's up to you then. You do something with it. Long balls are useless when Gyökeres is up top. Kepa's accuracy isn't great either. Well, the thing is that unless you keep doing it to a certain point and a certain criteria, then there's no point Gyökeres even being there, because you got Havertz up top. Havertz is up top as well, and nothing happened to him either.
But look, I think Gyökeres started the game fast. I think it's similar to.
I don't think he was that bad, to be honest.
I think he started fast. It was similar to the game in Leverkusen away. He started the first 5-10 minutes great. You know, he got him down the channels. But like it was someone that was going to continue during the game. It didn't. But I agree. I mean, the ball's up to Gyökeres. If you're going to pass it to him, you're going to have to put it. You can't put it in the air because he's not that tall, and aerially is not his best. Is his forte aerially. He's got a sturdy body. Play it to his chest or just near his head so he can at least fight for it and, you know what I mean, give us more of a chance to get up the field and win a second ball.
The other thing is, if he's distributing it to the same areas at time and time again, then there's more people going to congregate in those areas to try and win that ball, to lay it off to somebody to make a run with it. There's no point having one guy completely stranded. I mean, we all criticise Gyökeres for his layoffs. But if there's no one to lay it off to, he's just trying to lay it off to himself and run with it. Well, they're going to mark that.
He did kick one off the pitch in the first half. That annoyed me.
What's that?
He kicked one off the pitch in the first half. He had a pass out wide to Saka. He just played it right behind him.
That wasn't good. But we needed somebody with snake hips to run through the midfield. No Eze, no Odegaard. No Nwaneri didn't play a Diamond. Doesn't fancy Skelly there. I mean, that is potentially an issue as well. He could have played any of,
That's a good question. Would you have put Diamond on at 2-0?
Well, I think there's a case for it, isn't there? There's stranger things that can happen. Whether you want to put him into that situation where he's already losing a game, and whether you want to put that mental, strain on him, I don't know. But it's just another option, isn't it?
His ability, though, is what we needed. We needed someone, a ball carrier, who was.
We needed Maverick. We needed.
He had no fear getting on the ball.
Just no fear. Yeah.
We just needed someone to take onto the pitch 20, 30 yards, win a foul or win a throw-in. That's all we needed, just to relieve the pressure. But we just couldn't get our foot on the ball.
Yeah.
Saka couldn't get the ball, and we just kept clearing the ball just to nobody, kept coming back and back and back.
And Mr. Card happy as well, that basically giving players yellow cards for the first tackle was not helpful at all. Meanwhile, Silva gets away with murder again. He's just I don't know how he does it. Every single time he gets away with it. Every single time he did 3 of those Dan Burn type tackles where he just basically just launched himself into a player.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Hincapié should never have got the yellow cards that he got, because I don't know.
Yeah.
He just went over in the middle of midfield, and he gives a yellow card for it. And like, just because he fell over doesn't make it a foul or a yellow card, and he gives a yellow card for it. But
it was pretty. I mean, what minute was that? Because pretty early, it was up the field. It didn't need that. It
didn't need a yellow card at all. It was right in the middle of midfield, and it was just like
15th minute. Look at 15th minute. It's too early, referee. You got to manage the game.
Literally just ruined the game.
Yeah, you got to manage the game better.
You can't have a physical battle now.
Yeah,
and he didn't touch him anyway. So Maverick is a word. We didn't have one, and losing Eze for a month is not going to. Yeah, well, I mean, the theory is that Odegaard's back after the international break, so at least there's that. Maybe he's not the scapegoat anymore. Maybe that's Zubimendi. I don't know, but
well, obviously the injured player is always the best player. You know, the player that we need.
yeah.
Until they come back and they're no good.
I'd have liked Calafiori to start, but obviously he was never going to start with Ben White starting because he only wants one marauding fullback. He doesn't want another one. So at the end of the day, you know, and that's right. Calafiori is a maverick, and I do think that's what we were missing in that game.
Well, then I mean, that's possibly another reason why he should have maybe introduced Diamond. Because at 2-0, the game's not over at 2-0. We're a big club. We can score 2 goals easily. I mean, they scored in the 64th minute. There was a lot of game time to play, still half an hour.
Yeah, exactly. And 2 goals in no time at all as well.
Yeah. You get one, but even when we hit the crossbar, I said if we scored before the 88th minute, we could, you know.
This winds me up, this take. This winds me up. It winds me up. Winds me up, right? See, right. Which one do you want? You want an assistant player, or do you want somebody that's just going to, you know, do what he thinks? Because Arteta's already told us all that he doesn't want Odegaard to drop as deep as he does, to come and collect the ball, to take it up the field, when he should be up the field waiting to receive the ball. Do you know what I mean? He's already said that he's not in position to do it. So if he's not telling him to do it, but he's doing it anyway, how is he assistant player?
I think we needed that on Sunday, to be honest. We needed
exactly. He does. He does what we were missing.
Yeah.
He would have literally come in, and all that would have done, right? And he doesn't even have to receive the ball, but all that would have done is those 2 midfielders that are the front of the 4-2-4, they either come closer together or they come further forwards. And then they create spaces. And that's why.
Well, I mean,
and this is the thing, right? So Odie collects the ball deep because Zubi and Rice won't progress the ball. It's not on Rice, really. I mean, we're playing the double pivot, but he's not really a double pivot. It's more like he's just playing above Zubimendi purely because he just needs that level of protection. And we've always said that. That said, that I haven't seen Zubimendi do the quite stern challenges that he used to do. Right, so I think he's become a bit more passive, to be honest. But yeah, I do think Zubimendi was the issue in that particular game.
Yeah, I think he's been great for us this season. But I think to see yesterday, I mean, there was one point in the first half I was watching him. It's like he was marking Haaland from behind. He kept following Haaland. Either stand still or just move to the side and give yourself an angle. Just you ain't got, like I said, you ain't got to get it. Just walk past it. Like I said, I've said it previously on podcasts, previous stream. We do that training drill before the game where we've got a small box and we've got like 16 players in it. Everyone's running around picking the ball out, knocking it in. And on the pitch, you've got 3 times that space.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. What
we're doing, why can't we transfer that kind of into the game? But we just.
Yeah, my problem as well, you know, is when you've got Saka and Martinelli, or Saka and Trossard, whichever way it works. Trossard seems to be playing so deep now, so he's never really on that front line, whereas Martinelli is on the front line when he can be, but obviously he does a lot of defending as well, so he's not on the front line as much as he should be, if you know what I mean, right? But they both start in line with the back four, right? Or the back two, or the back three, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They're in the line. So if anybody plays the ball through the centre back and the full back, or the two centre backs, or whatever, and they're going to wrap round, they literally have no room to get any motion going before they hit the back line. So they're always going to be offside.
Mm.
You're like, right, 2 yards back, come 2 yards back off the line, and when you're looking for him to play that ball through, as soon as he starts playing that ball through, you're going. He plays the ball through, and you're on the line rather than being offside, and we miss that so much. I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't remember the last time we played a ball through. We played a ball. Actually, we did play a ball through. I think it was against Mansfield, right? And he was right on the line, and it was just like, well, yeah, you can't even run for it, can you?
Yeah, but we rarely, like I said, that part of our game's not really there, playing those balls through.
No, I agree, and it needs to come back. Boring says, I'm not an Odegaard slanderer, but he and Eze do different things. I completely agree. I like Odegaard in the DLP. Deep line playmaker. Role. Took some working out, that. more than it should have done, I suppose. But that is more system than Maverick. Don't think that's a hot take. I kind of agree, but he doesn't play there. He plays as an 8 to 10 who comes back as a 6 to come and play the ball.
I think he has the ability to play there. If he's got someone, like I say, a destroyer.
This is where he's put. He'd like to see a Rice and Odegaard pivot. But I mean, kind of, we did a similar sort of thing before. We have done a similar sort of thing, but that's going to put Rice back in the 6.
Yeah,
that's the problem with that.
Yeah,
and you want his adaptability going forwards a little bit. And that's the thing. And the whole point of doing that is it allows Mendy to do the cleaning up and the passing through the lines. Rice picks up from him and ball winner in midfield and basically travels with the ball, while Odegaard's doing the press, but he doesn't have to press back so far because Mendy's doing the press at the back. But if Mendy's not doing the press at the back, then he makes himself kind of surplus to requirements, and the system, if you want to call it the system from that point of view, doesn't work because you've then put Odegaard back doing the 2 roles.
Well, what I would say about Zubimendi, I think as the season's gone on, his roles changed. I'm not sure if fatigue, I'm not sure if it's instructions, but I remember at the start of the season, he was often sometimes our highest player in the press, winning the ball back and setting that press. And we've seen to veer away from that.
I think he's gone forward more than actual holding in position as well.
Yeah, he's gone forward more, but I feel like he was in the final third more and dictating the press more earlier in the season than he is now. I don't think he gets past the halfway line much no more. He does, or he just, and I'm not gonna say his passing hasn't been as progressive, but he does seem to, for me, pass it either to the fullback or centre back. He's not really progressed as much as he was earlier.
I think that's systematic.
I think he might have played the most minutes this season. So like I said,
but he has had games out though, hasn't he? He's, not full.
Yeah.
Whatever, but he's. But I agree with you, and I do think that's systematic. He won't play Odegaard in a pivot because he can't defend deep and he can't lead the press from there. The thing is, he kind of has. He kind of has done it. He just hasn't really stuck to it. So, and I doubt he's going to do that now with a couple of injuries and the fact that Eze isn't even stepping for him, and when Airie's gone, he's on loan, so we haven't even got a replacement there. So I think he's just got to be a bit more careful, hasn't he? It's true that Eze will be out for 7 weeks. 4 weeks I've seen.
Yeah.
Nothing confirmed as such, but that's the early signs. As I understand it, Friday he goes for another scan. That's what I understood. Yeah, out for a month due to calf, but again, not confirmed at this stage. But it's all fair. I just think we're very samey, and that this team is capable of more than just one template. Well, it has done more than one template, hasn't it? But it needs the personnel to do it. And, you know, obviously, if they're injured and can't play, then it doesn't have the personnel to do it.
Well, it's a couple of factors. You've got injuries, and you've got players that are just not playing to the peak of their powers. You've got Bukayo Saka. Let's be honest, in our previous few seasons, he's been our Superman, you know what I mean? You don't get 300 grand. His previous performances has got him the credit in the bank to get his 300k, because he wouldn't be getting it on this season. He might be getting 30k based on this season.
I mean, what is his GA for this season?
Obviously, it's nowhere near, obviously, but I mean, I think just look at the numbers. I don't think his numbers have dropped that. I think
like 8 and 8 or something. So it's like 16 GA.
Yeah, let's see, 17. 7. Where's share number? I've got the stats open here.
So I saw that he was on par with. He was way behind Salah. Somebody said, and then I looked and he wasn't.
I've only got the Prem in front. I've only got the Prem. He's got 6 goals and 3 assists in the Prem. That's in 27 matches.
Let's have a look.
But even like his statistical output outside of GAs, he's still showing that he's still a decent player. It's just when the GAs are not there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, you know, he's still coming back off an injury. Obviously, that's excuse can only run for so long. But all comps, he is 9 and 7.
Yes.
So it's still not great. 2,869 minutes. So it's still quite a whack.
I mean, a lot of that came before December. Since December, he's got one.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you. Guys, please make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel as well. Much appreciated. We're trying to push for 500 subscribers. I don't know, before I cork it, I guess. But yeah, it's just mad. It's so slow. But yeah. Poor season from Saka standards, but he spent half a season trying to spoon feed Gyökeres. So I wouldn't look at it. I don't think he did. I don't think he did spoon feed Gyökeres. I think if he spoon fed Gyökeres, nice one, mate. Thanks. If he did spoon feed Gyökeres, I think Gyökeres would have a lot more goals. I think Havertz could have done it as well, even on Sunday. I think he could have, instead of taking that shot towards Trafford, I think he can just square it and it's a goal.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how you saw that, but I thought it was completely open, and literally all he's got to do. And very, very much like Giroud would have done when he was in that kind of position, he'd have just left a foot back and just dragged it in the goal.
Which one was that? Sorry.
It's the one where Havertz basically hit it at Trafford.
Oh, sure. Yeah. The first, yeah. Yeah.
I just don't think he had to go for the shot. And if he's going for the shot, I think he has to lift it.
Oh yeah, 100%. He has to lift it. I think he got caught by surprise by the speed of traffic coming up his line. Yeah, and I think his mind was already made up. He was going to shoot, but like I
Yeah,
said, I think the speed of Trafford coming from line caught him by surprise,
yeah,
and yeah, that's how it just kind of just transpired, really.
yeah.
Um,
But if he lifts that, it literally gives Trafford something to think about.
yeah,
Whether he's got whatever, got time to basically change his mind and actually send it across. Because he said we can't blame Havertz for that. We should question why that is our money. Well, absolutely, but you can question Havertz for that, right? Isn't he supposed to be on as a creator at that point? Right.
I
So
think
what?
I think Cappy had a chance, didn't he? Was it from a corner?
Yeah, and
Back stick?
Calafiore had one.
Yeah, Calafiore
But
hit the
Calafiore
crossbar.
had two, didn't he? Actually, didn't he?
I know the one part when he just volleyed it past the post. Jesus hit the crossbar. I mean,
Yeah, we had like
those are all
3 or
late.
4 block shots as well.
Yeah, I think those are all late when City kind of
Yeah,
not stepped off the gas, but they kind of sat back and
yeah.
let
Apologize
us
for it.
look like we were having a good time, but we wasn't really.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, they weren't pressing at that point, but
no, exactly agree.
they weren't.
Yeah,
The line came right back, which why wouldn't you? But I'm not blaming Havertz. I'm just saying that was your point that that Saka was feeding Gyökeres, and my argument is that they should have been feeding Gyökeres more, and he'd have more goals. That's it was just an observation from that point. It should have done better for sure, but don't penalise. No, I'm not. I'm responding to your point, Khalid. You made the point. You was your point. I just responded to it. Don't blame me for blaming. I'm not.
yeah. Again, I think if we got that early goal in the game with that Havertz chance, it's a completely different game, as we know.
Yeah, I completely agree because they have to come out, and yeah, they can't do that high line.
You know,
So
I mean, even that chance of Havertz, that was even Mendy who set him up. I know I say he's not getting a high up the pitch, but he was the one that put him through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's done. But I do think that as well, that obviously players who aren't available would have helped that situation as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, because we didn't have a creator in the middle of the park. As much as I like to play Havertz, I want a creator behind him. So I want an Eze or an Odegaard in behind already. So if that is to work, it needs one of those two in the game, and you take out either one of Rice or Zubimendi to put that facility in there, because you don't need 2 defensive players at that point, especially at 2-0 down. You just get rid of one of them and put the creator on there. But we didn't have the option. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just checking the stats. I mean, they had 2 shots on target. I think in the main we defended all right. They had 2 shots on target. Obviously, we conceded territory as such. We couldn't get out.
Well, I saw a thing that's basically say where Semenyo was destroying Hincapié, and I was like, well, you got past him once. I don't.
Yeah,
he wasn't destroying him.
We gave up the field and we gave up the possession, but I don't. Any shot that Man City had, we let them have. Apart from obviously the goals they took, which is a mistake from Kepa and.
Yeah. I don't think other than that they were just clinical, weren't they? I guess.
Yeah.
They had the chances and they scored them, and for whatever reason you want to put it on, that's just what happened. So, but yeah, I wanted to win it, but I'm not that bothered so long as it doesn't cause a downward spiral now. So long as we kind of we muster through the rest of the fixtures and whatever, we can get players back and we don't get them injured again. Then I'm
Well,
okay with it.
didn't Eze get injured against Bayer Leverkusen when I feel like he should have passed the ball to Saka.
Yeah.
He should have passed the ball to Saka, but he cut in on he sold a fake and come inside his left foot, and that's
Yeah,
where
but he
got
was
injured.
booted just before it, if you remember.
Oh, was he? Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just before he kind of went to do that, he was booted on his calf. So yeah. So yeah, it is what it is.
I mean,
But
the day started well. I mean, the day started well at Wembley. I mean, obviously them down the road.
yeah, with the Tottenham result. Did you see them after the game actually? With so after during our game, they're obviously celebrating City goals and stuff like that, and you're like, yeah, you're getting relegated, lads, lads and lasses. Are you okay?
Do you think they'll go down? Do you think they actually could go down? I mean, they could go down, but
they could go down. I mean, I think it's a little bit.
I think they'll catch a break by obviously it's sad Tudor's father passed away, but I think if he leaves by mutual consent, then they'll get someone in to possibly. I think they only need 2 wins. I think 2-3 wins.
What they got? So they're on the same games as everybody else at the bottom, and they're on 30 points. West Ham are on 29. The only real threat, to be fair. Burnley are further back with 20 points, so they're 10 points with 7 to play. So that there's no way they're catching them. You wouldn't have thought.
No.
But yeah, West Ham.
Well, West Ham have got Wolves next, and Tottenham have got Sunderland away.
I mean, that doesn't look good, to be fair.
They could end the weekend in the bottom. Well, when it comes back, they could end that weekend back in the bottom 3. And
West Ham have got Palace away the following week, and Spurs have got Brighton at home. They can't win at home. Brighton are on a decent run of form, to be fair. 34. What is 34? Spurs have got Wolves away, and West Ham have got Everton at home. Everton will win that, I reckon. Everton will win that, and Spurs should beat Wolves, shouldn't they? I guess. And then, yeah, I know, but if you give them the benefit of it, on the 2nd of May, they've got Villa away. Spurs have got Villa away. Well, West Ham have got Brentford away. So they're both tricky fixtures for both of them. Jesus. Spurs have got Leeds at home. West Ham have got us.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we've won league by then, so we can send.
We can let them win.
Yeah, honest, genuinely. We owe them. We owe them for previous seasons.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I can form an alliance.
If we have wrapped that league up by then, 100%, I'm singing Bubbles. I'm booing our players.
I mean, the worst song in the world, by the way. That is the worst song in the world, and I won't ever sing it. But we can form an alliance.
Yeah.
And West Ham have got Newcastle away. Second to last match day. West Ham got Newcastle away, and Spurs got Chelsea away.
Really away? Ooh.
Now at that point, I don't know if Chelsea might be out of the push for top 5 as well.
Yeah, but then again, the rivalry, Chelsea they'll want their team to get Tottenham relegated.
Chelsea want to win that, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
And then Spurs got Everton. They're playing similar teams, to be fair.
Yeah, in the round, yeah.
Very similar. Yeah, West Ham have got Leeds at home as well. So yeah, very similar kind of stature of teams. So it could be touch and go, to be honest. I think they'll probably just scrape it. And then
yeah, I agree.
And West Ham go down.
Put Kepa in goal. I agree.
If we win the league
100%.
before the West Ham game, we'll put Kepa in goals against them.
Kepa in goal.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, Kepa isn't that bad. Let's be completely honest. I mean, he's not the greatest number 2 in thing, but you know, who's got a great number 2?
Yeah. No, he's competent. He's competent. But yeah. Yeah, I'll play Kepa as well. You know, just.
You think Spurs go down, or is it just a dream? I think they just scrape it out. I think they just scrape it through.
Annoyingly, I think they will. Yeah, I think they'll scrape it out. I think it'd be Forest. Or
it could be Forest, couldn't it?
Yeah, even though they weren't at the weekend, I think.
Who have they got left?
Because that was Forest's first win under their new manager. He's been there for quite a while. So
yeah. Odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm going to look at Forest now. Fucking hell. Forest got Villa. That's not a good start. Burnley. Sunderland away.
Yeah.
Chelsea away. Newcastle at home. United away.
Finish with Bournemouth at home.
Yeah.
And the problem they've got as well, they've got Europa League as well. They've got Porto away first, don't they? So they've got Porto and then.
To be fair, that's pointing to Forest, isn't it?
Yeah. They're probably better off getting knocked out of Europa League, focusing on the league.
Just going for the thing. But,
yeah. But they got they got tough fixtures: Chelsea, Newcastle, Sunderland away,
United.
Yeah, yeah. I think,
Newcastle.
I think.
In fact, again, and Villa. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I think that might be Forest down.
Yeah, it'd be Forest. Yeah, I think it'd be Forest going down. They've done well to win at the weekend, but.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, what? Leeds on how many points do you think stays up? Leeds got 33, Forest 32, Tottenham 30.
I think Leeds do all right.
So you think it takes 37 points stay up, keep you up?
Yeah, I mean that's the shortest for a while as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
To guarantee staying up.
Yeah, I mean, Tottenham with 7 points. West Ham can they?
So Leeds got United away. Wolves at home, Bournemouth away, Burnley at home, Spurs away, Brighton at home, West Ham away. So I think Leeds will be all right.
Yeah, I think Leeds they've got West Ham down there, Wolves at home, Burnley at home.
Yeah,
I think
Burnley at home. Yeah.
I think they'll win their 2 games.
Brighton at home as well. Yeah, I think
they're decent at home. I think they're very decent.
Yeah.
Of course, we went there 1-4-0, but I think in the main they've given a lot of teams trouble there. Man City just about beat them 1-0.
Yeah, I do think that they kind of gave up. Not gave up, but I think that they kind of already kind of knew the writing was on the wall with us a little bit. I do think we kind of scared them in the tunnel.
I mean, West Ham have got Leeds in the FA Cup. I mean, the winner goes to Wembley. Yeah. Do they want to throw that in there as well?
Yeah,
I could not derail, but it's a distraction.
Yeah, so they go to Wembley for the semi-final as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So where was that? That would come in after what fixture would that come in?
I don't even know when it comes for us, to be honest.
It's April I do have it on my phone somewhere. Nerd.
It's got to come.
25th of April, so it'll be the Bournemouth versus Leeds week, so last week of April. So far.
Yeah, so it would be around about the 28th.
Yeah.
28th of April, I would have thought. Yeah. Mad. But yeah, I think Spurs stay up. I think we need them to stay up anyway, because we always take points off them anyway.
Yeah, look, I do like I like North London derby. I like taking points with them, like you said.
Yeah.
But it would be funny for one season just to see them down there. Just
I'm not even sure they get straight back up, to be honest.
that's the thing people keep saying. If they go down, their players will be at the exit door quicker than you can say boo.
Yeah.
They'll be gone. They
And,
probably got
half their fans not showing up for that money either.
They probably have clubs lined up on this line because they're saying, "Look, we've got relegation."
Yeah, that's what they do.
I think it was said Daniel Levy put relegation clauses in their contracts. Just because he's a shrewd operator. It might not happen.
They all blamed Levy, didn't they? And he leaves and everyth's falling apart.
And they blame Frank. He left. Yeah, it's just the clubs.
Do you think Tudor gets sacked? Apparently, he's agreed mutual consent to leave because his dad's died or something.
Yeah.
Although he was probably getting sacked anyway. But I don't know why they hired him in the first place, to be honest.
Yeah. What do you think about Salah? Where do you think he'll go?
Salah's going Saudi, isn't he?
You reckon? Because
he's got to be, hasn't he? Because he's hung his Liverpool boots up, hasn't he? So he's basically
it's the curse of the big contract. I mean, they got stung by it. They got stung by it as well. We got stung by it.
I mean, he earned that contract by winning the title last year. To be fair, so all right, he hasn't shown it this year, but he has over the years, and I don't think he owes Liverpool anything, to be honest. He won the title with them. He won it for him, more or less.
Yeah.
And everybody's going, well, why is McAllister dropped off and all this lot? And he like, did he have to really do that much last season? Salah was on like some kind of mission, just allowed him to do whatever he wanted, really.
Yeah.
Was he really that good last season anyway? I'm not really convinced he was. I just think he, like I said, he was he was fortunate to have Salah by his side, and he could literally just get away with whatever he wanted to.
Yeah.
Chrissy says, I don't want Tottenham to stay up for any reason. That's quite funny. I completely understand. You will understand that I want my 6 points. Is the league done in your eyes? What do you think, SJ?
I think yes. I do think that City will drop points against Chelsea. I know Chelsea have been poor at home. I think Chelsea have lost.
Really?
Yeah, I do think so. I think we'll beat Bournemouth, and I think this is first game back after the international break. We're going to increase our gap at the top of the league. I think we'll beat Bournemouth. I think Chelsea will get a draw. They'll get something from Man City. So yeah, I think the league is it's done. I mean, it's 9 points. You've got a game in hand. For some reason now, it's like being written like we're going to lose at Etihad. Like we've got a decent record there in recent years, and
we only need to draw anyway.
So we only need to draw. I mean,
we've got two results that can happen, and if they want to come out and win the game, then they have to play like they're going to win the game. They can't play like they did at the Emirates, and it leaves spaces open. So and that's where we thrive. He can't. Even at home, he can't score a goal and then sit on that goal.
No.
He can't do it. Because if he does that, and we score a goal and equalise, even if it's in the 89th minute, he just gave up on the league.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just for that reason, I think we've been a class above this year in the league with the top scorers, best defence. It's not been pretty. I must agree, it hasn't been pretty. Our style of play throughout hasn't been pretty. We've shown glimpses of quality football, but I feel like this season Arteta's just gone into a get it done by any means necessary mode. We've had sexy football in the last 2 years.
Do you understand when people are saying that Arteta doesn't adapt?
He's fully adapted. This season, he is fully adapted.
But he's adapted every season, and for me, I don't understand why even people say that. He's so rigid in his patterns. He's so this, that, and the other. And he's tried the full on open play, gung ho approach. It didn't work. He tried checking it back a bit. It didn't work. So he checked it back a bit more. It didn't work, and he's checked it back even more. And hopefully it works. We just
I
need to get
agree. He's shown it. He's shown adaptation. The shackles were off in 22, 23, 23, 24. We were just scoring goals. We were battering teams 5-0, 6-0. But that wasn't winning us the league, unfortunately. A lot of people will say this season, we're winning the league because other teams have been poor around us. That I don't agree with.
No, I don't.
The league is a marathon. It's an ultimate test. If you win it, it's because you deserve to win it. The year Leicester won it, you could say teams are poor, but no. Look, it was the same other 19 opposition, home and away. They came out on top. It's that simple.
I will say as well that nobody was winning penalties like Vardy was winning penalties that year either.
Oh, yeah.
That was madness.
Yeah, the stars aligned. The stars aligned for Leicester. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those things.
Which potentially they're doing this season.
I didn't hear no one say last season that Liverpool was a poor league. They didn't wrapped up by Christmas. The COVID year they won it.
Look, I don't buy into this poor league crap anyway. And I don't discredit anything. You were the best team in the league. It's everybody else's fault if they fell off. It's not the team that wins its fault. It's the team that couldn't keep up's fault. That in my opinion, and I mean, last season we did have all the injuries and whatever. We weren't ready as a squad. And it showed in the end. So, and if we'd done the same this year, if we'd had been in the same position with the squad, we'd have actually fallen away this year. But we actually invested. So yeah. Are you worried about Sporting? For me, no. I was actually worried about playing Bodo purely because of the distance we have to travel. The temperatures you have to play in, that blooming pitch is a blooming nightmare. Everybody gets injured on it. I was talking to somebody in our chat group, and he said it could be anything from -6 to 2 degrees or something, and it's just like nobody needs that. Nobody needs that. Thank you very much.
I'm not worried about Sporting, but I respect them. Obviously, I mean they're in the quarterfinals, Like I've always said, Champions League at this point now, there's jeopardy involved. If you could go 2-0 down, we can go 2-0 down the away leg, and all of a sudden it's up. It's
3-0. Sporting improved, haven't they? You can be 3-0 down and you can still come back.
Yeah, we can come back, but we're
willing to do it.
Yeah, we could go 2-0 down and not come back, because they can come and defend the Emirates stoutly and we're out. There's no 38 games. There's no second chances. I'm not worried. We're the better team. We should go through. I expect us to go through. But yeah, you have to respect them, and I think we will give them the respect. But I think, like I've always said, I think having the second leg at home is a massive advantage for us. I think we can come back 1-0, 1 goal deficit, and still turn it around at the Emirates.
I agree. I think the Leverkusen game. I think even if we'd been 1 goal behind, I think we'd agree. Destroyed them at Emirates, to be honest. I'm worried about Sporting. They seem to now score goals and come back. Yeah, I mean, the fairy tale could only last so long, and I think that they got lucky with their draw, as we have been with our draw. And it's a fairy tale. Their season, by the way, hadn't even started yet. So everybody had full energy. I made this comparison when everybody's going about PSG rescheduling their fixtures and stuff, and basically said, well, their season hasn't started yet, so they're all full of energy. All they've got to do is, they've got to be in the gym or their gym at home, which they've probably got, and they keep up with the fitness. They train every couple of days.
Yeah, probably
not too intensely.
Behind closed doors friendlies, just
exactly.
It ticking.
Exactly, keeps it ticking over, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And they can play a school team or whatever, and just keep the intensity up. So I think it was always going to tell.
Yeah, I agree. If you said to me that Sporting beat Bodo 3-0 or 4-0, I would be like, what?
It wasn't a shock.
Yeah,
even when it was 3-0 from them going away to Bodo, I wasn't surprised when they turned it round, because Sporting have got Champions League experience for a start off.
It's a grass pitch.
It's grass. It's proper pitch. Yeah, it's not sub-zero temperatures.
Yeah.
And I don't think they didn't have to go gung ho to get the goals either.
Yeah.
They still had capacity to go one step further and leave no defenders back and actually go proper gung ho if they needed to, which they only really needed to do if Bodo had scored.
Yeah.
So I think they did it rather comfortably in the end. I'm not sure about the final penalty. But in the Champions League, they give that. It's just what happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, agree.
Chrissy says, what do you think of Saka being captain? I think Rice or Gabriel should be captain. I don't favour attackers leading the team. I agree. I wouldn't deal with a captain argument in mid-season. I think at the end of the season, when all the ducks in a row, that conversation happens. And I don't care who wears the armband. To be honest, I'd probably have Rice wearing it. If I had to choose.
Yeah, I mean, the captain's armband doesn't give you superpowers. It's just an armband. Yeah. It just gives you an authority to speak to the referee. You did a coin flip before the game, and it's usually to the player who probably. Yeah, I don't think it really matters who's the captain. Your best players, your leaders will lead regardless if they've got an armband or not. Your Gabriels and Rices, they don't need that.
Well, it's a leadership group anyway, isn't it?
So it's I wouldn't be surprised if Rice is the biggest voice in the dressing room anyway, and he's not the captain. You know what I mean? You see in the pre-match warm-ups in the huddle. Sorry, he's the one that's talking and galvanizing the troops when Odegaard's not there. So I don't put too much emphasis on the captain's armband. I don't think it's not an issue.
Yeah, it's not a big deal, is it? Yeah. But certainly not something you deal with mid-season.
Yeah, no.
Not unless obviously somebody's leaving. Evening, Dom. How are you? I hope you're all right. Guys, if you're in here, please make sure you're hitting the like and the subscribe. We go from there. And Sporting have replaced Gyökeres with Luis Suarez, not Luis Suarez. Yes, not the original one.
Yeah, I mean,
30 odd goals, and he's
I can say he's got a hat full of goals, so it's just
31 or something. But it is what it is. I mean, the problem is that they cast Gyökeres' goals aside, saying it's crap league, and then start rating somebody else's goals in the same team, let alone the same league. So, need to make the mind up for me. Khalid, hopefully Tudor does a Kathleen Parr and rather than Amberlin. Yes, retired before the dreaded before the game against Bayer. Even though Saka was captain in the huddle, you could see Rice talking to the team, but he does that anyway. He does it he does the press conferences and stuff all the time. He does the post-game kind of things as well. I know sometimes it's kind of put through by the man of the match, but they all do it. I mean, they're like I say, it's a bit of a group rather than. You can
see when we're losing our way, or if we haven't got a hold on the game, you'll see Declan Rice. He just
trying to rally.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be everywhere. Just starts like a do-it-so bunny, all over the pitch, trying to affect the game and win the ball back. So the captain. It's just a luxury of talking to the referee and winning the coin flip for me.
Indeed. Is that your YouTube address there, SJ?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So if you can follow SJ as well on YouTube, that's his YouTube. Search that name up, get him followed as well. We'll get him on to the schedule, and we'll stream live when we go live on there as well. I think that's it, isn't
it? Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us again.
Thanks for having me, as always.
Yes, it's appreciated. See where we are. Right. We'll keep an eye out anyway, because obviously it's an international break. They The streams will be a bit ad hoc. I'll do them when I can kind of feel like it, because international break, who cares really? Yeah, we'll take it from there. Please make sure you're hitting the like, the subscribe, sharing the video out. Any comments you got, stick them in the comment section, and we'll get to them when we get there. Just another comment here.
Yeah, I think Chris is.
With Eze out for several weeks, who do you start in the next games? If Odegaard's fit, Odegaard starts.
Yeah, I think Odegaard's penciled to be back after the break, so I think he will slot back in there. He's needed, he's needed right now. We've got injuries piling up. This is the time where injuries do tend to occur, especially for us in recent seasons. So
they've got no time. There's no time to recover anyway, is there? So it's literally four competitions, a game every 3 days, and then internationals as well. So it's there's no rest, is there, really, to be honest?
Yeah.
But there we go. Thanks for joining us, SJ, as always. Thank you for joining us in the chat as well, and your questions and comments and whatnot. We'll see you next time. Good night.